The All-Star cards. In the core set you have 8 All-Star racers, and each one has a card that looks like this. Today we're going to use Master Lizard of Gaia Prime as an example and just talk you through the card. So there are 3 stats: speed, handling and trick. Lizard has a speed of 3. This means that with no modifiers on, Lizard can travel up to 6 inches each turn. He has a handling of 3, which means he has 3 handling dice, and he has a trick of 2, which give him 2 trick dice. He also has a trick called Mind Over Movement, which you'll notice has a target number of 3 to start off with as opposed to the normal 4. This is because during a campaign mode you can become proficient in tricks, making them a little easier to do. If successful, Lizard may immediately reduce one of his stats and then increase a different stat by 1 until the end of his next activation. He also has a talent called Master of the Red Dracon Monastery. So once per game, Master Lizard may gain 1 additional dice when attempting a trick or manoeuvre at speed 4 or above. Okay, so how does that play out in the game? So we're going to imagine that we're mid-game now, and Lizard is racing against Ivory. Lizard is going first, and in his manoeuvre phase he decides that he is going to boost. He is successful at boosting. This means in his next race phase he is able to go a point of speed higher. All we do at this point is pop one of these little green stat buff tokens down on top of speed. The number plus a token means that we've now got speed up to speed 4, so up to 8 inches in the next race phase. Master Lizard decides to call it quits there and does his Mind Over Movement trick. He's successful in his role and decides to place a stat debuff token on his trick, so his trick will now go down to 1, but more speed, so it goes up to 5. 3, 4, 5. There. Master Lizard ends his turn, and Ivory takes over. Ivory does his thing, and in his trick phase, Ivory does his Sabotage Ray, which means that any manoeuvres that Lizard pulls in his next manoeuvre phase will be a target number higher. Ivory is successful at his trick, so we just place this token, a target number debuff token, on handling. This now tells Lizard that when he attempts a manoeuvre, that would be at a target number higher. The next token to look at is this one, the little green lightning bolt. The little green lightning bolt goes on the trick and just highlights which trick you've used in your turn. So for example, with Ivory again, Ivory has a peace field, which if successful, enemy tricks require 2 successes to affect him, so it's quite a powerful thing. And all that would happen is that if he decided he was going to do his peace field instead of his Sabotage Ray and he was successful in that role, this green token would just be placed next to the peace field in order to show that that was active. The last token to look at in the game is a reroll token. Should for any reason a racer gain a reroll token in the game, right, there is a little blue reroll token, and that just gets placed on the card, and then when it's used, it's removed.